The right to vote. You might have seen the news that Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump has been convicted of 34 felony counts in the state of New York. This will enable the Biden campaign to run $200 million worth of ads, already pre-made, on how Biden's opponent is convicted felon Donald Trump. This was, in fact, the Biden campaign's precise instructions to the Southern District of New York, their prosecution team, and the judge that was hand-picked just for this purpose. The sole issue of the 2024 presidential campaign is your right to vote for the candidate of your choice. Forget the economy, the various wars around the globe, or America's open southern border. The only issue this year is whether you have the right to vote. This is the central freedom of our constitutional republic. If you don't have the right to choose who you vote for, you don't have a country, and the Constitution is without meaning. We have, in fact, seen early signs of this before this election. In 2016, for the first time in modern history, the American news media did not simply tell you to go vote. No, they told you whom you had to vote for, that being Hillary Rodham Clinton.
The Great Recession was caused by too much regulation.
Many Americans resented being ordered to vote for one candidate over another by unelected talking heads on television who had no business telling us whom to vote for. Many people in 2016 voted for Donald Trump for this precise reason, and again in 2020. It is not the job of the corporate news media to tell us whom to vote for. That is our choice, and it has always been reserved to the American people. For the 2024 presidential election, the Biden White House wanted to rig the game. They devised a plan to ensure that the American people have to vote for Joe Biden. They're locking up Biden's opponent. Until Election Day, expect to see every Democrat lawyer in the country scheme in your local county, state, and national elections to deny you the right to vote for your candidate of choice. In the Soviet Union of Joseph Stalin, show trials were conducted with the verdict already pre-written by Soviet judges before the trial even started. The verdict was preordained, guilty every time. These show trials by Lavrentiy Beria were not intended to punish the guilty or to deliver justice. Instead, show trials were intended to cow and silence the populace into never opposing the power of the state. This is what Trump's conviction in New York is intended to achieve, and be ready for further convictions before we reach Election Day. It is a message to every potential Trump voter that the power of the state is supreme. The Democratic Party are like gods on earth, and you must never oppose them in any manner. Do not oppose the power of the state, is the message they want to send. You will vote for whom the state has selected for you, or you and your family will meet the same fate as Donald Trump. If Trump is the representative of the powerless, then the state wants you to be very clear on this point, that you will remain powerless, and so it is hopeless to oppose the elites who control the courts, the federal government, the news media, academia, the military, and your local police. Bow to the power of the state. That is the meaning and lesson and intent of these convictions of candidate Donald Trump. Just like in any communist totalitarian state, you, the American people, are the target of all of these court hearings that ignore existing law, twist old laws, and invent new laws to get Trump. They are after you and your obedience, to punish you for not being loyal servants of the state. You exist to serve the federal government. The federal government does not exist to serve you or your fellow taxpayers. Remember the wise words of Chuck Schumer of what happens when you oppose the state.
Let me tell you, you take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. So even for a practical, supposedly hard-nosed businessman, he's being really dumb to do this.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
Take on the intelligence community. They have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. So even for a practical, supposedly hard-nosed businessman, he's being really dumb to do this.
Remember that when you vote November 5th, if you are able. It's time to make America great again. Thank you.